Good morning, wonderful people. Sorry for that breaking transmission. We had some technical issues that we had to deal with. Let's move on. The newspaper headlines this morning. Welcome, Nelly Onoha of Vinco Mike, George Munakwe, as many that are listening to us. Yes, I have the Vanguard this morning with me. I have the Nigerian Tribune. I have also the Daily Sun newspaper. Let's start with Daily Sun. Our main headline this morning: TSS confirms plot for interim government. Fingers political actors, others. I will build country of your dreams. Nigerians. No plans to print Biafra currency. IPOB denies formation of kangaroo government. MPC, the National Population Commission, rules out religious consideration during census. U.S. raises students' work visa fees by 15%. Governorship election, INEC presents certificates to Kanu, Oyo, Benue, Ebonyi, Nasarawa, Rivers, other governors elect. Bauchi, Akwa Ibom, election petition tribunal received, election tribunal received 31 petitions in Bauchi and Akwa Ibom as bandits execute 5 victims of failure to meet ransom deadline in Niger. Threat to kill more, free 3 women. Court physics April 25th for judgment in suits by airline operators against Ethiopian Airlines. Lagos drivers protest hike in Agbero fees, commuters stranded. Federal Executive Council approves 24.2 billion naira free internet facilities for 20 airports, schools, and markets. U.S. recovers $53 million from illegal contracts involving the Zani, Aluko, and Omokore. Interim government plot real. DSS review says key players behind plot identified. Senate set to recover 6 trillion unpaid ground rent from property owners. BVM fraud, 513 names linked to 1,370 accounts. Investigation begins. Kaduna tops as 17 outgoing governors grow state IGR in 7 years. I won't fail Nigerians. My manifesto, not mere words, says Tinubu at 71. Kano APC governorship candidate accept defeats. Congratulates governor-elect. Lastly, the Vanguard. DSS confirms plot to install interim government. DSS confirms plot to install interim government. Let's have Honorable David. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Christian Chuku.
Yeah, good morning. Let's
Very wonderful morning to you, and a Thursday morning to you and to our viewers right here in Nigeria and there in diaspora. Good morning, everybody.
Let's talk about our main headline this morning. DSS confirming plot to install interim government. Those that want to plan are planning have been identified. That's what they said.
Those planning to
install interim government.
To install interim governments. Are these people faceless? DSS should mention their names. I think going by our constitution, it is only the president. It is only the president that has that constitutional power. That constitutional power to put an interim government.
Okay,
it is the president himself.
Of the armed forces.
Yes, that has that power. Nobody has that power.
Otherwise, you are saying that they should ask Buhari.
Let DSS ask Buhari, who is planning interim government. The two men that contested for the first position are not in government. So why would those who are not in government plan an interim government? Let them ask the presidency. Let them ask those in presidency. Let them ask Boss Mustafa. He is the chairperson. He is the chairman for this transmission committee. So let DSS said they've identified those people behind this plot. They should mention their names. It's high time you say Mr. A want to bomb back. Now you not hide this identity. Let DSS review their names so that Nigerians can know those behind this plot. You see, I think this whole issue of interim to me is a game. They are trying to like shy away, so to divert our attention from president. Where is the president elect?
He traveled to France.
Did he tell you?
That's the confirmation.
That is confirmation. How would the president elect travel to France without? See, I told someone, I told one of the Ashwadi supporters, I said it is high time Ashwadi to stop traveling as if Ashwadi is the president elect now. So everything he does now, not Nigeria. President elect went to France to do what? What did you do in France?
You asking me?
I trust you now. You should know better. You should know better. What is he doing in France?
Vacation. So what should he be doing in vacation?
Vacation. So it is in France. He wants to start ruling us. That's the same thing Buhari did. See, this is the same thing Buhari did for good 8 years. He was shutting abroad, going and coming. We don't want a repeat of what does of of the nonsense this Buhari just did.
Okay. We have Agberos protesting over hiking their fee.
He said what?
Lagos drivers protest hike in Agbero fees. Commuters stranded.
Lagos
Yesterday there was a video.
Lagos driver
Video.
Lagos driver should not protest though. I like what Lagos state government is doing there. Let them reap what they sow. And there are a lot of people saying don't vote, don't vote. If you vote, they will slap you. It is you reap what you sow. So I don't pity them. Lagos driver, there is more to more extortion. Lagos state government will deal with them. Maybe they were supporting bad all the evil acts then. So I think it is the best for them. So if there was a government like let them extort, let them
if it's true, that fee is very high. 13,000 for
Mr. Said that is not my own business. That is not my own business. When they had the opportunity to come change this own narrative, they were joining those oppressing them to castigate.
They align with their oppressors.
They align with their oppressors to castigate some tribe. Now they are feeling the heat. So don't pity them. And say I don't think it is high time you should pity them. Imagine a driver paying 30,000 naira. Is it not daily, Abi? How much?
13,000 naira
daily. Now move from here
what
to
is the tax of level
8
civil servants?
tax. Abi, how much does it earn?
How much does it pay as tax in a month?
I don't know how much it pay.
Then
But I know
pay 13,000
a level 8 civil servant does not earn up to 100,000 a month.
100,000. Let's look at what is the tax he will pay.
I-
100,000.
Let's say I think
Let's say he pays 10,000.
10,000,
Then a
every
driver
month.
will pay
13,000
13,000
naira
naira per day.
day.
What are the services that these agros are offering them?
When you ask me that question, who am I supposed to ask? Mr. Christian, now Agbero does not repair roads. When the roads are bad, Agbero will still call on government to repair roads. That's what we call corporate social responsibility in government. Now, once you get money from people, their responsibility should not be left to government. Those things, which road has the Epsilon fixed? He has not fixed anymore. But yet, he keeps getting money from his people. He keeps exploiting them. And now, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. The people in government are giving him. The people. Sorry. The people in government have given him that leverage, that opportunity to do it. So I'm not surprised. So whatever they see, let them face it. And for those in the presidency, in the side time, they should stop all this issue of internal government. Nobody is plotting internal government. Me and you cannot plot internal government. Mr. Christian, if the DSS has information, let them call names. These people are not ghosts. Call their names out. Let Nigerians know them. Me and you are not in government. Obi is not in government. Atiku is not in government. So who are those supporting this internal government? It is the same within those in presidency. So let them solve their own thing.
Okay. China rejects $22 billion loan Nigeria wants to borrow. China rejects a $22 billion
from federal government.
Yes.
Thank you, government of China, because it's a welcome development. Now, the Buhari yesterday just approved money for census.
Yeah, they said there will be no religious consideration.
Mr. Christian, you are going out of office next month. Mr. President keeps taking loan, approving. He keeps approving. Less than 1 month in office. What does the president want to do with the loan? Thank God, China government has said no. A government that has less than 1 month in office, he wants to collect loan again, so that Tinubu to become a whole and then still collect his own. See, my brother, I think this whole issue of Nigeria to me is becoming so disheartening. For good 8 years, all the loans Mr. Buhari have collected so far, of what use are this loan impacted the life of an ordinary man? Of what use has the loan benefited me? Now you want to leave office now, less than 1 month. That money is what we call retirement money. He want to pay himself off. Come on. This country. Retirement money.
Should I call you Edo, no be Lagos?
Edo, we are seeing Edo. Oba Atokpe is Edo. Edo, not when you go for politics, so when we say yes, yes. When we say no, no. We say no to Somole.
Tell me one national politician that is from Edo that is strong. Edo State.
Yes,
A national politician.
we have
Oshomole.
we have I can say Somole. Yes, that's why I say at the other side. We still have Obaseki. We still have Aneni's son. Yes. Aneni's son now. Yes.
Top 10 politicians in Nigeria. Do you have anyone from Edo State?
We still have them now. Aneni is there. Yamu is there too. All of them, they are all Edos. We cannot fight ourselves.
Okay, DSS talks about interim government.
You see, when my brother was analyzing that DSS matter now, how many years? Anytime DSS will just come and just raise alarm. They want to do this thing. When there was campaign, when they threatened Obi, when Oluomo threatened, when Fenika Ode threatened, when Adenuga threatened, Enonoga threatened, was DSS arrest Fenika Ode, arrest Oluomo, arrest Enonoga, what's the name? Why DSS did not arrest those people? Why are they shouting territory? Okay, look at it. And DSS say, going to even court, protesting. So when you are protesting, it's our right to protest. Why DSS saying that they should not go and start protesting? The protest can lead to interim government. They are the one calling interim government. They are the one calling interim government, not the people. But you see, election was rigged. Everybody knows it.
No, we are in the court, so
Which court? Which court?
The outcome of the election.
Court? Hey, I don't believe in Nigeria court. I don't believe Supreme Court. Supreme Court, who Akpabio did not contest the election, Supreme Court said Akpabio win. Supreme Court, who number 4 take to number 1 in Imo State. Supreme Court, Lawan, who did not contest the election, said Lawan win. And they went to court. Lower court said, Lawan, you do not contest the election, you lose. Then he went to Supreme Court. Who is in charge of Supreme Court? Is it the man that claimed? Wait, for which technical ground? He did not even go there. He did not even contest. He did not do primary. That's technical ground. So if I just cut your neck now, you go to court, I'll say, I use it for technical ground. So Nigeria has become a laughing stock. Now you were asking my brother now, say, where is President-elect? Are you aware in France, there's heavy protest now? There's heavy protest in France. The king of UK, London, King Charles, supposed to visit France. Because of the protest, he went back to Germany. Our president-elect is there. So that place even served to Nigeria here. What is he doing there? Let me tell you, what he's doing there, let's open it. I don't need to hide it. When Buhari win election,
concrete evidence.
Hold on. When Buhari win election, he traveled for 6 months. I know when Buhari was sick. He went there to go and revive himself. I believe that's what our brother is still doing in France. So there's not too way about it. When he come back, he will look young like me.
We have Lagos drivers protest hike in Agbero fees, 13,000 per day to remit to.
The highest money maker in Lagos is Agbero. The highest money maker in Lagos is Agbero. When we were crying for just 1,000 naira to buy something, the Agbero was making hell of money. When CBN was looking for money, if you go any Agbero in Lagos, you see heap of money on their hand. Agbero doesn't collect transfer; they collect cash. I get to be, but Lagos State after Governor Sanwo-Olu, the next person is Agbero in Lagos State. Go and touch any Agbero. Go and touch any Agbero. They collect highest money. In fact, where civil servant is collecting 50,000 in Nigeria here, let's say Lagos State, the highest civil servant salary now, maybe total money allowance and everything can enter 70,000 naira. But a driver in Lagos State can bring 200,000 naira. At that moment, and drink Paraga, Kankai, Igbo, everything, and spend 100,000 naira that moment. So Lagos State give them power. They give them power. Okay, who is the highest? Who is going around now? Who is making noise now? It's Oluomo. He has money. He has everything. I get me. So Agbero has power. He has gone to school now. He's schooling now. All the children abroad. So what my brother says is true. Agbero has money. So that's why I see the drivers are not comfortable. But the driver too, when campaign was coming, they brought their vehicle, placed advert on their vehicle. All of them were shouting APC, APC. So I am not surprised they are receiving the help. But let me tell you, who is suffering is the masses. We are the one paying. If you don't have cash, you cannot enter motor. I told you, when there was difficult time, when you don't have 100 naira, Agbero have money on their hand, new naira note. I get to be why Sibre is crying. So, my brother, Agbero has power in Lagos State too. And let me tell you, now, the Baba of Agbero has entered. Expect from landlord, they will increase money, transportation will increase money, taxes will increase money, DIO will increase money, road safety will increase money. Only Lagos here, not to go. You want to collect new driving license, increase money. Now, insurance is 15,000 naira. Before it was 5,000 naira, 15,000 naira. Our Baba have not climbed the seat. By the time you climb seat now, just know your salary, your money will be paid to Agbero. So that is it.
Okay, China rejects over $22 billion loan.
Why China will not reject our decision? When China have been hearing trillions. Now we are not even calling billion again. Are you aware Abuja citizen? Some group came up and said we needed 6 trillion in Abuja. We want Abuja to become a state. Why? Where's that money coming from? What did Abuja have? That money is coming from my village. It's coming from Danger Delta. What did they have in Abuja? They're asking for Abuja to become a state. I have the National Assembly and state governor and whatever that they have, because they are building Abuja for them. That they want to have a stake. That federal government should pay 6 trillion. Where that money is going to come from? It's going to come from Niger Delta. And somebody make reference that go to Niger Delta, that they're giving them money. What do we have? They're nothing. People are drinking bad water.
The governors have been giving money.
Why did you give the governors money? Was the money given in Abuja? Why did you give them money? Why can't you take the money in beggar? RSCC, go there and work and let's see it. Why did you give money to East State? You give wicked money. Wicked will come to Lagos and give a governor's wife 300 million. Why we are suffering in Niger Delta? I know some wicked is going to receive that punishment for that.
Yesterday he was pictured with Fubara going to collect certificates.
No, that man is, I don't know to call him useless man as a madman, because that 300 million he gave to Lagos State. Lagos State has money. Why are you giving them money? Why don't you give to Delta Bayosa, who are suffering for water? This is there. Now you went to take money, went to Kano, give money. No, let me tell you, this time around, election have taught the politician that 4 years will just come and gone, and that 4 years will certain the way to say, if not because of this beavers of a thing, Moshood, Moshudi, whatever he called himself, who did not transmit presidential election. Come, I don't know. It's only Nigeria can see somebody will tell you and lie in your face and is doing something wrong and tell you that is the truth. You can now. Why did you transmit governors, senator, House of Rep, but the presidency couldn't do that. Because they bribed him, the man collected bribe.
Allegation.
Which allegation? Okay. Which excuse you going to give us that and make presidential did not transmit? What happened? What's he going to tell us? DSS did not arrest him after promising Nigeria. After promising Nigeria, I am going to 400 billion, my brother, not small money. 400 billion. You know what they call 400 billion?
Okay, for landowners, Senate said to recover 6 trillion naira unpaid ground rent.
Who are the Senate? Who are the Senate? Are they see there? It's Omar Keke who carry our emblem. Never have this on the way. Who is the Senate? Who is there? Is it like one who do not win the election coming back again? Who is the Senate? Who is doing that? Let them just go. Let the new people come.
They will collect ground rent from the federal government.
Which is ground rent. Look, all these one are just. Do you remember NDDC Pro? Where they were showing it live. When somebody say, off the mic, off the mic, off the mic, public are watching, people are watching. You're on live TV, you're on live TV. Have you Buhari almost finished it? How many more to remain? Now, they tell you they spend billion for railway. You know why China did not give them money? The money they borrowed Nigeria, China have not seen it. And the train they said they did, train can only move for Agege to Dakwamu. Only from Agege to Dakwamu. Which train? I go see train enter. Which train? Have I see train? I only see train. I don't know whether they are showing me the one in London. Where's the train? Have you seen train? Where do you enter train?
You need to go and see.
Since we're poor, have you entered train?
There was a train accident, so that's
which train they okay after the
train.
After the commission, the day they said the commission train, a bandit went there. Have you ever seen where in America? I've not seen it. Where Amraba will stop train on the road. After that one again, they stay for 2 months. Train will move again. In Benin, in Edo State, Amraba will stop train again. Moving train. Nigeria is a drama place. So I am telling you, our leaders. Oh my goodness! How can you win the election? We are in France. Don't you know that there's a heavy protest in France? I saw them yesterday. They were even pushing police. Police will throw tear gas. They will throw the tear gas back to police. Go and do that in Nigeria. Our police will carry light gun. In a month, there's heavy protest. What is our president-elect doing in France? What's he doing in France? Tell me, what's he doing in France?
Should it be your concern? He's not the president. Focus on the president.
My brother,
he's the president elect.
You know Nigeria. You know Nigeria. Bulaba. The moment that you win the election, I don't see court that will stop presidential election. I've never seen the court. I don't see unless maybe if this have been taken to London or even Ghana, they can quarter the election when they see the evidence. But Nigeria, forget it. Our president elect supposed to be in Nigeria now. Okay.
What is the duty being in Nigeria? How does it affect the economy? How does it reflect on the census? The census they are going to carry out now. So you need to focus on the president. That is right.
I don't need census now. We don't need it. Why should go account
approve the money?
Which money? We don't need it. Otherwise, the census we are going to hear. They will tell you Daura is 20 million in more than Lagos. They will tell you Borno, where people have died, where Boko Haram kidnapped a lot of them, that is 100 million people. So what's the need? I don't need a census. I'm okay. Let them print that money. Import rice for Cotonou, we will enjoy it. It's okay. You can count. You don't need to count me for what. After all, you tell people they're no more than 900 or 1 million. What's the need of counting? Counting what? Election, you did. You did not even perform that election. You say want to count again. Buhari is gathering money to go and retire Daura, to go and make farm.
Allegation.
Which allegation?
It's an allegation.
Why you borrow money for? Why you borrow money for just 2 months? For what?
The assembly that is borrowing the money, not.
It's a mock. He will sign. He had to go and do that. He had to go and do that. I want to ask you, after 8 years, what Buhari is going to tell us now? That which legacy is he going to bring? Because the only legacy we're waiting for is the election.
The president-elect is going to continue the legacy.
Okay, number one. Let me tell you the continuation. Let me tell you. President-elect Tinubu The legacy of Buhari, number one, when Buhari win the election, Buhari went to London, spent 6 months. Now, our Baba has spent 1 month now. Maybe we spend 6 months. That is number one legacy. Number two legacy, a lot of kidnapping for 8 years. Women cry. They hunger. We are hungry. After all, we have been tying our stomachs since 8 years. So is it going to continue that? Or is it going to continue for students to strike for 9 months? But my prayer is that God should touch him. If he's there, if God bring it there, should touch him. Number one, what I need from him. Number one, open. But I always sing that. That's what I sing. I know they take my young play. I from my state to Romy. And they chop at the jam where any man or woman, he says he's a citizen of the jam, doesn't know if I am. He's joking. I know they play with my young or bolo. And they chop at where. If the Bola Tinubu can open border, allow rice, tomatoes, yam, beans. My brother, I don't care whether I spend 10 years for Asoro. All you know, let things better for Nigeria so that all of us will smile. Thank you very much.
Okay, I have Oluwa one with the language.
Christian, what's happening? Are they para for the situation in Nigeria? Nigeria is a motherfucker. Because now Nigeria is like a tiny bomb somewhere coming. A tiny bomb.
I don't understand.
It's like a tiny bomb coming somewhere. Election has come and gone, but the situation on ground, there's a manifesto that things is coming that you and I never seen.
Is it what the DSS confirming there's a plot for interim
government? To
government?
my language, because DSS bring a language that what is meaning of interim. Interim government, in my own understanding, is what a government on seat organized to make peace reign. So now there was a president-elect. Now where is the meaning of interim government?
With a president-elect.
There's a president-elect under this present government. Now there is a rumor of interim government to the extent that DSS, the security apparatus under this government, now giving us the language that there is a ray. So you and I, we have to be careful of our movements. Between now to May 29, there's going to be a situation somehow. So you and I have to take security on your own and on my own. How? Because that language, that's going to be a disaster. Don't you understand?
Okay, let's move on. We have Lagos drivers protest hiking at Agbedo fees as commuters are
See,
standing.
let me tell you one thing. See, Lagos State has become a Nigeria because of what? Many of us fail our people. Like I'm from Edo State, we have some billionaires, trillionaires in Edo State. What have they done? Since independence, after the Biafra War, Lagos State remained the one point in all Nigeria. Everybody have to rush to this Lagos State. Now, the Yorubas that they believe they are the real owner for the soil, now they now capitalize on that situation to maltreat majority of the non-indigenous. What I was talking about, see the transportation we are talking about now. Majority, 85% of transportation in Lagos State is from other states. Before last man arrest a Yoruba man, don't arrest 40 non-Yoruba man. So what are we saying? Why are we stabbing ourselves? We are shouting. Say, when we have people that are supposed to make us to happy in our place, they're not to be running here, enter scatter every day. Go to Baga there now. Million people are coming down. Millions are coming to this Lagos every day. Is it a juju? It's a juju home. You are hearing and you are still entering. See, let us be frank with ourselves. Why would they not have that capacity to deal with you and I? You do know how much they collect a day in Lagos State? They have people. Okay, what are you saying? There's people in the whole Nigeria, but you can't compare with here. Here is suffering and smiling. Wickedness. So what are we saying?
Let's move
So
on.
we have to make things accommodatable for you and I. Because our people fail us. They fail us. People have trillionaires. They don't have trillionaires. They have trillionaires, but they can't help. That's why we are running to where we will see help. Now they punish you before they help. They punish me, punish me now. Suffering as well. You are crying every day and you are sitting here every day. Don't you know something wrong somewhere? That's why we are crying now. See, let us sit down and think about the future because future is coming. Where we are going, we don't know. Where we are coming from, we know. We are still going far away. We can't live like this in faraway departments.
Okay. Federal government, $22 billion. No request rejected by.
Let me tell you, this morning I was listening to radio and I hear a situation where they say federal government. This is your language that is different from the one I hear. They say in 20 airport now, Nigeria airport, say there will be free access of internet. 24 billion. Injury tech 24 billion. Another one you say now 20 billion. So it's army arrangement. They are arranging themselves to suck the last blood before they leave. You understand? Okay, what is the meaning of free internet? Okay, free internet is supposed to be so for many years ago, but why now injury time now accumulated billions? When you are now never seen money this morning.
No, there's money in the bank.
Money in the bank say there is no money anymore. The bank are crying and I say they are just removing and not bringing. Why would they not removing? See, Nigeria is a tomato home.
Although I'll give them the language.
The language that Nigeria should think twice. Federal government is trying to twist our brain and twist our mind to the other side in the name of interim. They are the main interim. So anything we want to do, we are watching them, we are waiting for them. Because time is coming, everybody has to go on its own. Because it's like the management is getting out of hand. We are in a nation, but some few group of people are managing millions of Nigeria in their pockets. God bless the Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. I have Maziraf. Good morning, Maziraf. This morning, Mr. Matthew is coming. He's coming. Okay. Good morning, Maziraf.
Yeah, good morning, Chris.
I know you heard all we've been asking. Regarding the interim government.
The interim government, then over 20 airports in Nigeria to have free access to internet.
And it's in the range of 20 billion naira.
Yes, that's it. They can give quotation, they can defend it. See, there is nothing like what is called public accountability. I didn't understand. They can give quotation. They quote money. You can't contest it with them. They quote money. They sign the money. They all share the remaining. See, it is all about our overinflated contract amount. It has been since 80s, 70s. Most of the government contracts are overinflated, hyper. You know what? After such contracts or project might be executed, they started sharing money. That is the excess. I think understand. So the money map out for this free internet, I'm telling you, can give the whole Africa, the whole Nigeria free access to internet. Free accessibility to internet all over Nigeria. But look at that just airport. They quoted billions of naira.
For
internet providing service, you and I, Christian, know that ordinary Spectranet, broadband, can take the whole airport. Load like, let's say, 50,000.
Or even Starlink.
I'm telling you, my brother, put it there. The modern gadget is not up to 15,000 naira. Load like, let's say, 50,000. The whole MMA here will be using it. Yes. Are they going to buy satellites? Are they the one that will provide the equipment, like handsets for people, laptop and the rest of them? They are not. It's just making it comfortable for travelers, Nigerians, returnees from abroad to browse freely on internet. They are not the phone. They are not the one that are going to buy phones for you. Only internet accessibility. Nigeria government, they are telling the whole world 20 billions. Are we stupid? Do you know how much a billion naira is to dollars? You're talking about 1.2 million. Okay, those dollars. That's okay. Think about those airports. Only airports, the space. The people at Chacha, Ichaga, Santos, Ilesi, Dokwemo, Ochot. Do you understand? The airport base. All those people living around both local and international airports. They're not going to have they're not going to have access. just within the airport facilities, the complex, MMA complex, is going to cook billions. Asaba Airport, Enugu Airport, and so on and so forth. Why are we still killing ourselves?
It's important about the sit at home to protest in Lagos State
Sit
by
at home?
Simon Ekpa.
Okay, so is issuing that kind of order in Lagos here. Because they found out that Igbos are being oppressed in Lagos State. They are trying to, to make life uncomfortable for we, the Igbos in Lagos State. And earlier than this, we all knew or got information about how Igbo businessmen, Igbo's shops were set ablaze at Apapa, Olodi Apapa area. Do you understand? Then Balogu own, then Oshodi own, Ladekbo own, they came out and resisted Lagos Sabo. They burnt some people's shop there. So now, it's waking up the interest of the indigenous people of Igbos. I think you understand. So that's why they are like, let us go and protect our people in a foreign land. If Sanwo-Olu, the chief security officer of Lagos State, could not give Igbo man security, I think IPOB can. Because since Sanwo-Olu cannot even tell you, go, but he's still trying to be very diplomatic with us.
Okay, let's move
So
on.
he should give us security.
Yeah, GSS confirms plot to install interim government.
A plot to install an interim government is a rumor we've been hearing since Tinubu hijacked Governor Obi's mandate. It's true. So some persons are rumoring that interim government must be in place, that Tinubu himself is not going to be there. So interim government is is not always put in place by a particular government if there is lawlessness or civil disturbances. I think understand. So for peace to come or to normalize in a particular country when there is trouble, an interim government should be in place. See, let me tell you, what happened in 1993 was that Obasanjo, Babangida annulled June 12th election. There was civil, political disturbances, political impasse around Nigeria. So for normality, peace, serenity, to to be restored in Nigeria then, there was an interim government. Ernest Choniko was invited over to be the head of that interim government, while Abacha, the chief security officer to, I think, advisor or whatever to Babangida, was his Choniko's CSO. So anywhere Choniko goes, he follows to make sure that there is peace until, Abacha took over from the interim government, and he was there from 1994 till 1998 when he died. That is 4 years. So interim government is for peace to reign in any country. It's not going to be a perfect government. It's just a government that will be in place before transition takes place. So we are rumoring, Nigerians are speculating that since it is too obvious that Nigerians did not go to poll in favor of Tinubu on 25th February, they said it's only an interim government headed by Yemi Oshibanjo is the one that has the credibility or the audacity to hand over to a democratically elected government of Peter Obi. Because come what may, it is the will of people that will come to be. See, let me tell you, Christian, let us look forward and know if these people are God. Let us look forward and wait and see if the people can truncate the effort, the which is the choice made by the entire country. It is not possible. How many are there? How many are the cabals and the federal executive, federal What I saw, the highest I saw, what I told you the other day, I had a number of someone that will pay 4,100. Not this short one, a longer one. So to say that you can
Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, it's talking now. Okay, let's still move on. Lagos drivers protest hike in Agbero fees. Commuters stranded.
That's what we are saying because you can see Aboro people, I mean, motor park touts. They have started the operation across Lagos. Barely a month to swear in the so-called presumed winner of 25 February general election. See, they're everywhere in Lagos State now, and you find out that the menace of Aboro in Lagos State is the reason why Lagos residents, did not vote for Tinubu on 25th February. Let us be frank to ourselves. The menace of Aboro across Lagos has degenerated to the level that everybody is afraid of the unknown if Tinubu takes over from Buhari. I'm telling you, when I was coming to work this morning, in front of Excellence Hotel, 2 logistics riders were stopped at Excellence Hotel, in front of Excellence Hotel. What? For what? They were demanding money from the guy. I look at them. Those 2 logistics, they were there asking them, what? Don't you know my face? Meaning they have been paying. Why should you collect money from logistics? Those ones that are on message, they are delivering what? Cargo, parcels to people. They are not commercial cyclists. They are not commercial cyclists. They are working for logistic companies. So they now collect money from commercial Okada riders, taxi riders, buses across Lagos State. To the level that they have increased the fare these buses are paying daily. To what? To 13,000 naira. Every morning, you should submit 13,000 naira to the Aboro boys, motor park touts, before you start the duty, your duty of the day, for the day. Every morning you submit 13,000 naira to them, to these people. Tell me, are they giving this money to Lagos State government? Are they giving this money to Tinubu? Is this money going to the orphanage home? Is this money for high impact philanthropy? Is it going to philanthropy? High impact philanthropy. Is it for African children? Is it for the less privileged children across the country? Where is this money going? Is it for the widows? Is it for the amputees? Who is the one cutting home the money motor park touts across Lagos are collecting from us, motorists, Okada operators?
I think it's part of Lagos State's revenue.
Part of Lagos State revenue. I've not had that before. That this motor park, they are remitting into the public, scoffers of Lagos State. This is for their personal use. It is for their organ. It is for the person that sent them. Recently, I heard that someone made a statement that the money Tinubu spent in this election that is the Igbos, is the drivers, is the Okada riders that are going to pay it. I'm telling you the truth. And from all indication, I think you can see that it is what's playing out. It is the motorists, it is the Okada riders, it is you and I. Let me tell you, come what may, if Tinubu rules Lagos, you and I, the Igbos, the Yorubas, the Jaws, the rest of the ethnicities, they are going to pay individual tax in Lagos State. It is getting out of hand. See, they collect money on Sunday. They work at night. It has no limit. It has no date. This time around, they are like typhoid fever in Lagos State. They are incurable. They are paranoid.
Okay. Lastly, let's move on. China rejects $22 billion loan to Nigeria.
Okay, loan, they wrote another application to borrow another $22 billion from China. That one is a send-off party. $22 billion request by Nigerian government from China. He who goes a borrowing, goes a sorrowing. I always say that. If you know that you can borrow for your business, wait for sorrow. Sorrow is coming to you. Not angriness. No, not anger. Not provocation. It's sorrow. That's why you both said, when you go a borrowing, you must do what? Go a sorrowing. Another $22 billion for what? To do send-off for Almighty Buhari, whose government is expiring on 29th May. That one, Buhari is going to use that money to build another, you know, Obasanjo built a Millennium Library in Abeokuta Street on top of here. Are you listening? Babangida built Millennium on top of hill Guinea in Mina. They all have names. They tag them names. If you enter Mina in Niger State, you will see his house on top of the hill. Yes. Buhari is trying to borrow $22 billion from China. A big allegation. Okay, those building.
No, what you're saying, he's trying to borrow. It is the House of Reps, the Senate, that initiated that
okay,
law,
that one.
not the president.
Okay, not Mr. President. Okay, but who is the head of Nigerian government? Who is the head? Who will approve this borrowing? Someone that will approve it without his signature, they won't. If he gives order, they should borrow it. They must. So unless Buhari says no or fails to support them, they won't borrow. But provided, okay, let me tell you, if China agrees, Buhari will sign it. That one will be the last straw that is going to break the camel's back. The ones we borrowed before, we've not paid it finished. Now we are trying to borrow again. Don't you know that Buhari is trying to borrow this money so that he will use it to build hilltop mansion in Niamey, Niger? Is that one an allegation again? Are you trying to tell me that Buhari is still alive? An allegation. Thank you so much. In 2017, we have all known that this man has been going to hospital and going to hospital until his death. The rumor of his death become what? Household story across the globe. Not only in Nigeria, not only Yoruba land or Hausa land or Igbo land. They were rumoring his death in Europe. They were rumoring his death in America. Every canali know that he is not the one. See, let me tell you, Christian, there's nothing like empty allegation or claim against the government of the day. See, all those rumors and speculations were termed to be what? Hearsays. They are not again. We have begun to see element of truth in those rumors. If somebody is not dead and people are accusing him of death, he will come out to the members of the public and clear the air. When it was rumored that Nnamdi Azikiwe was dead in 1990 by Hawa Orwell Brown, a newscaster, an ace, award-winning newscaster, Hawa Orwell Brown, he was the best. News at 9. Nnamdi Azikiwe came out. Early in the morning, he woke up from Zik Flat in Onui Heaven. Nnamdi Azikiwe come to the balcony. He cleared the air. He addressed us. Akonobi, the then Anambra State Minister Administrator, paid him visit. Zik clouded his shirt and short, came out and lectured us that day. He said, I did not die. What does it profit any man if I die at this age? I'm going to live more. Zik cleared the air. If Buhari is sure of himself that he's still alive, he will have, see, it doesn't take him 10 kobo to tell us that he's not dead. It doesn't take him 10 kobo to remove the cap on his head. If Buhari removed that cap on his head, if it is the original Buhari, the kind of express road on top of his head, from Benin to Kano, express road, that was the former Buhari, but this time around, he could not remove that cap. It has no what? Clarity to convince Nigerians that he, Buhari of 2015, is still he, Buhari we are having today as our president. Okay. Some persons were cloned to rule Nigeria. Some persons just join up with British government to do us this kind of deceptive harm. I term it deceptive harm because since the Buhari's death, nothing good has happened in this country.
Very much,
I'm telling you, Christian, that I'm speaking with such audacity that some persons, in connivance with the government of the day, cloned this man that is ruling Nigeria. I'm telling you, he should go and borrow 22 billion from China. He is going to enjoy that one till eternity. Thank you so much.
I have Mr. Matthew, good morning. You're welcome. Let's talk about the interim government. DSS has revealed the plot. It says that political actors are behind this interim government.
But quick one, permit me to observe you.
Okay.
This is a fact check because I've heard you.
You want to put me on trial?
I'm not putting you on trial. It's a fact check because I heard you tell Raf that the issue of the borrowing about 22 billion or so, that is the house that initiates it. Okay. And I've even heard you tell one, even before that, somebody else, that is the house that is borrowing. But I stand to be challenged. It is the executive that initiates such borrowing.
Okay.
It goes to the house for scrutiny and approval. But in this instance, I think the bank in China turned down the request for that borrowing.
Okay.
They may have their reason. Perhaps, I don't know, this one is speculative anyway. Maybe because the government of the day is winding down, they wouldn't want to take the risk of giving such loan, not knowing how the incoming government will feel about it. That one is speculative anyway. Having said that, we can now go to the business.
Interim government plot review. DSS reveals plot for the interim government. Says key political players behind the plot.
DSS should stop playing to the gallery. I think APC and PDP, I think their presidential campaign council, in separate interview, have challenged DSS to arrest anyone that is trying to form interim government. But let me quickly say that in the protest we have witnessed or we have seen on internet, social media platforms, where people protested and called for interim government, the faces are known. So they should not come and start telling us as if they have one magic wand they are using to decipher what transpired. It is something that is in the public domain. We saw protests where people call for interim government, and the faces are all over the social media. So if they have any other credible information, intelligence that is not available to the public, just like APC and PDP campaign council have challenged them, they should arrest and prosecute instead of playing to the gallery.
Okay, let's move on to these Lagos drivers protest hiking Agbero fees. Commuters stranded.
It's unfortunate that the Lagos state drivers are paying so much, because I've told you the encounter I have with a driver recently, a driver that applied the route of Oshodi, who complained that he paid as much as 4,100 on daily basis. To be quite honest with you, I think it's something the Lagos state government need to address. Because that's why I keep telling people that when they saw the voting pattern in Lagos in that presidential election, it was not because it was an Igbo agenda. Okay. So many factors worked against APC in Lagos State in that presidential election. And the same was to play out in the governorship election, if not for the different strategies that the APC and the ruling party in Lagos State deployed. So for me, if you look at all the yellow bus drivers, what they pay as informal tax is on the high side. And they spoke through the ballot. I've been saying, go and interview all these operators. They pay as much as 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, depending on the route, on daily basis. So they are not comfortable with this, and they spoke through the ballot. Or do you want to talk about car owners who at every given minor traffic offense, and not saying people should go about committing traffic offense anyway, at every minor given traffic offense, you see last officials extorting them. So they spoke to the ballot as well. Or was it by coincidence that you saw last man officials singing a popular song, seeking for forgiveness for their doings before Lagos electorate, before that gubernatorial election? So what I'm trying to say is there are so many factors that work against APC in Lagos State. Or do we quickly forget about the issue of NSAS that even up to today the government, both at the national and the state level, they are still living in denial? So what I'm trying to say in essence is the state government need to address the issue of these yellow bus drivers. There was a time they talk about unifying the money they pay. That if you pay 800, it takes care of everything you need to pay for the day. But I don't think they were able to follow it through. Because I even threw that challenge to the driver at the encounter with recently. He said what transpired is that when the Lagos State government came out with that idea, that they actually implemented it. But instead of the union leaders to co-opt their own earnings into that 800, they said their own ticket stance, that whether the state government is collecting 800 per day, that it doesn't affect their own ticket. And that ended up increasing what they are paying. So my candid advice to the Lagos State government is, if they want to run a people-oriented government, if they want, like they wanted people to vote for them without coercing people by voting for them, they should listen to the people. They should listen to the plight of the people. Now they are complaining, and perhaps the government will listen or not listen, but an opportunity will play out where they will need the mandate of the people. And if they decide to speak as a result of their relationship with the government should not be offended. This is not the time to prove to them that they are a listening government.
Okay, no, MPC, that is a National Population Commission, rules out religious consideration during the census.
Why are they in a rush to conduct census? I'm a statistician by training. In a civilized world, you make use of vital statistics. You record deaths, you record births. At every given point in time, you know the number of your population, and you can know the age bracket. You can equally know the gender and all that. So for me, I think we should get to a level where we are using vital statistics. But having said that, what is the essence of rushing to conduct census? The government is winding down. They should allow this government to hand over. Perhaps when the new government come in, they conduct the census. For me, I see it as a distraction, as a waste of time, because anything done in a hurry you cannot get the best out of it. And Nigeria Population Commission remains Nigeria Population Commission even after this government hand over to another president. So why in a rush to conduct census? You have less than 2 months or 2 months. You know how it takes to conduct. Like I told you, I'm a statistician by training. Do you know how many enumeration areas you break Nigeria into for the purpose of that census? Do you know how many adult staff you need to conduct the census? Do you know the number of forms you need to print? Do you know the number of questionnaires you need to print? Do you know? Of course, I don't think it's something you can do except they have done all the preliminary preparation before now. If they want to start it, I tell you that it may not end before the expiration of this administration. So for me, I think it's a waste of time. They should put it on hold and allow the new government to come in and address that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for
back to you. I have good morning.
Good morning.
Time not today. Good morning. Let's move on. Okay. Let's talk about DSS. Confirms plot for interim government.
Well, it no longer news. I think the DSS themselves are confused because already we've been hearing people and hearing protests going on for an interim government, and with the outcome of the election itself